All right, this is the Big Kid Show. I'm Mr. B, and thanks for kicking it with us, even if it's just for a little bit. Today is a great day because we're playing Draft Day. That's right. I have two of your favorite big kids in the sandbox today. We got Big Nick and Marcus, the Celery Stalker. Thank you, boys and girls. We welcome and appreciate your applause. Yeah. All right, as I said, we're playing Draft Day. This is where each of one of us will make a selection in each of the 5 rounds, and drafting will be used with the ever popular snake-style draft, where the picks follow 1, 2 through 3, then back to 3, 2, 1. This does not give advantage to the number 1 pick. So now we will randomly draw our draft order out of the official Big Kid hat.
Ooh.
So for the number 1 pick, we have Marcus.
Yes, finally.
Yes.
All right. Let's find out number 2. It will be Mr. B. So Big Nick gets the 3rd pick. All right.
I wanted the 3rd. Snake style, right, baby?
Actually, in this draft, that's
usually number 3 is pretty good here. All right. So we got our draft order. It goes Marcus, Mr. B, Big Nick. All right. So what are we drafting today? Today we are drafting the world's greatest team of vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The big kids, they kind of know their way around some vegetables, and we're putting that moderate amount of research and knowledge to use to assemble an all-star delicious lineup of vegetables. And as the big kids always like to do, we have turned our fierce competitiveness into an ultimate draft competition to determine the greatest 5 vegetable roster to determine the health food championships.
Who's going to be the healthiest?
All right. Exactly. That's what we do. Before we get started, boys, let's each one of us announce our team names because we're being the very proud general manager of our own vegetable team. So, Marcus, your vegetable team name, sir.
Well, I'm probably going to tip. I had a couple in my back pocket for this because it's tough to pick the name because I kind of wanted to base it on a vegetable. And now that I've got the number 1 pick, I think I can probably tip my hand a little bit with the first pick. You guys are okay with that. But we're going with the crazy carrots. The crazy carrots are in the house. That's how we're rolling, boys.
Nobody
it's about to get crazy in Vegetable Town.
Nobody likes crazy carrots.
Why are they so crazy?
I don't know. I've been asking them that for years. They're just crazy ass carrots.
So I had the research team dig into my team. Now I have a whole bunch of them, but I'm going to go with the green bean brawlers.
The green bean brawlers.
Yes.
Green bean brawlers.
I like it. I like it.
Big Nick, your team name, sir.
So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the same old situation, as Motley Crue would tell us. And it is your boy, Big Nick, has once again been commissioned by Robert Kraft and Jay-Z to be the general manager of what is going to be the finest group of vegetables ever assembled, known to man and womankind. And here we have decided that our team name will be Eggplants Up. Eggplants Up.
Eggplants.
Thank you, Mr. Kraft, for that one.
All right. So we have our team names here. We got Mark with the crazy carrots, Mr. B with the green bean brawlers, and Nick with Eggplants Up.
Way up.
All right. So with that, boys, let the draft begin. Mark and the Crazy Carrots, you are on the clock with the first overall pick in the first ever Big Kids Show vegetable draft.
Well, boys, I'm going to completely shock the world with my number 1 pick here, and we're going to go with. That's right. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we're going to go with carrots. Carrots it is for the number 1 overall pick for the Crazy Carrots.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. I had carrots pretty lower on my list, but hey, you got to draft. You got to draft what you think.
Your list sucks, obviously. Carrots are so multi-dimensional. You can make carrots with a hearty meal. You can make them with a sweet meal. You can eat carrots by themselves. You can eat them with just about anything. They're like the Swiss Army knife of vegetables. They'll fly with whatever you got. What do you want to match it with? Cool. You want some of this? Put some salt and pepper on it. You want it to get spicy? Put some spicy seasonings on it. You want it to get sweet? Put some honey on them. Whatever you want to do, carrots will be there for you.
And let's not forget, Mark likes to eat the souls of baby carrots.
That's right. The souls. Getting weird.
And here's the thing. This is no surprise to us here at Eggplants Up. We knew that Mark was eyeballing those carrots. We knew that crazy carrots, of course, you dead giveaway, but that's why you couldn't reveal until you knew you had the number one pick.
Yep.
But all those stories of Mark sitting in the car, stuck in traffic, eating baby carrots that he's told us about over the years. It's like looking over and seeing Bugs Bunny driving a fucking Nissan.
And that's why the carrots are so crazy, because Mark's eating their young.
Oh,
I saw some
let them grow, let them mature.
Yeah.
I saw some hats with eggplants on them peeking through our draft room window, and now it's becoming obvious that the Eggplants Up have been trying to do a little Bill Belichick spying on us.
Spygate.
Thank God I got the first pick. We sweep those carrots out from underneath both your feet.
Hey, carrots, great pick. They're top quality. All right. Let's move on. Mr. B's first pick in the first round, the number 2 pick in the first round, excuse me. I'm going to go with the Idaho potato.
Oh, the potato.
As you said with carrots, the potato, super versatile.
It is versatile.
Baked potatoes, scallop potatoes, mashed potatoes. Oh, you want to make some duck fat fries with that potato? I got you. Potatoes are everywhere. Hey, if you want to get real crazy, try to make your own potato chips. It's pretty hard, but give it a try.
Yep.
What else can you say about potatoes? Potatoes are delicious.
I was hoping potatoes were going to fall to the second round.
No, potatoes are like the number one all-star of vegetables.
Yeah. That's a quality choice. I mean, potatoes are the perfect side piece to just about any meal.
Steak and potatoes.
That's legit.
Hash browns. That's another potato.
Yep. Props to you. That's multifunctional.
It's even more of a Swiss Army knife than the carrot. Plus, potato would beat the shit out of a carrot in a fight.
Whoa. Them fighting words.
You know it, and I know it.
Yeah, but potatoes start growing that weird shit on them. Looks like some type of venereal disease.
They call them eyes.
If you leave them out too long. So
that's why if you let a potato sit too long, it becomes crazy and wants to get you.
Crazier than the crazy carrot.
And vindictive.
Yeah. Potatoes have a sassy soul.
That's right.
All right, we got potatoes for Mr. B. Big Nick with the number 3 pick in the first round. And then you also have a follow-up, the first pick in the second round. Eggplants Up. You're on the board.
So this is a weird situation that me, Mr. Kraft, and Mr. Z find ourselves in.
Mr. Z.
When they do the NFL draft, right, you often hear GMs, general managers, after the fact will say, we only had a first round grade on 12 or 13 guys, and there's traditionally 32 picks in that first round.
Mm-hmm.
Here, we find ourselves faced with a different type of dilemma. And this dilemma is that here at Eggplants Up, we actually had a first round grade on 5 different vegetables. Ooh. This is a mighty fine draft class. We are honored and thankful to be a part of it. And we've spent the last 3 to 4 months in the war room going over every scenario possible. And actually, this scenario is playing out just like one we prophesized about many times.
That's impressive, because we only decided on this topic just a couple weeks ago. So you were forethinking, like way ahead.
We knew it was bound to happen. And so here's the thing. We've number 1 pick for us, first round, Eggplants Up, easy choice. We're going with the same reasons that you guys made your picks. Versatility, right? Versatility, the tomato.
Tomato or tomato?
Tomato, beautiful. We can do so much with it.
Let's not confuse the listeners. We're going vegetables, big kid style. There's the argument that some of these could be fruits and all that stuff. But we're just saying what we call a vegetable. So just deal with it.
Somewhere there is some nerd who's like, well, Big Nick, don't you know that tomato is technically a fruit? And I say, take it up with Mr. Z. Okay, you take that up with Mr. Z.
Those are the same people that think that a Reese cup is not a candy bar. We don't associate ourselves with those people.
Too soon. Too soon.
Too soon. 2 years later. Too soon.
So Big Nick, I love to pick tomato.
Yeah.
Myself, I'm not a raw tomato fan,
Right.
but I love tomato sauce. I love spaghetti sauce. I like marinara sauce. So that's
Pizza
what's really
sauce, ketchup.
There's a lot of versatility.
Tomato
That's-
soup.
But like I would almost never get like raw tomato on almost anything. That's just really weird. But I love to
literally
pick.
had tomato soup today. So
Well,
that's,
here's a question
kicking the
for you.
nuts.
I know Mark will do it, but will Mr. B, will you drink a V8?
Not by I've had V8. It's not my favorite, but you know,
Will you drink a Bloody Mary?
I like some Bloody Marys.
And
So
here's
which is weird because again, don't like raw tomatoes. I think it's the texture,
okay.
but love tomato flavoring. So I know I'm a confusing enigma.
Yeah, I think I believe I've told this story before on the show, so I won't go in detail. But any of the listeners out there, the V8, be careful if you're having that after a night of drinking. It can wreak some havoc on the old stomach system.
Intestines.
It doesn't blend well with hangovers. Let's put it that way.
Well,
Safety first.
a Bloody
right,
Mary
safety first.
does, right? And
Yeah.
for some of my more exotic friends, a Bloody Maria is very fine too, as well.
Or a clamato.
Clamato.
I
Yes.
thought you were about to say something else there.
So Big Nick, do you like just like a raw tomato?
Well, yes, raw, but I do put a little salt and pepper on it.
Yes. But I mean, like you'll just take a tomato, slice it up, boom, there's a little
Salt
snack.
and pepper on. Oh yeah, I will cut one up, put it on a plate, little salt, little pepper, and eat the whole thing.
Gotcha.
It's a key component in my salads. Key component as a topping on chicken sandwiches, hamburgers. Tomato and me we go way back, baby. And I'll tell you what. Now the only downfall is I love pizza sauce, tomato sauce, marinara sauce, Bloody Marys, V8. Probably more than the average bear.
Okay.
Gives me a good amount of heartburn, though. Good amount of heartburn,
Oh,
but
Yeah.
I
Very
love it so
acidic.
much I eat it anyway.
Mm.
Yeah, it's acidic, but hey, good.
See, that's why I
good-
can't do the Bloody Marys. They're not for me. But like you said, Nick, that's the thing I think with all the first round picks here. A lot of versatility, boys. I mean, these are utility players. They could work all over the field. You know what I mean?
These are some top vegetables on the board. All right, Big Nick. Snake style draft. We're kicking around to round number 2, the number 4 overall pick, and your first pick in the second round. Eggplants up.
This is a vegetable that I believe really helped to help build this great nation that we live in. And it was one that we started planting all over the place with the help of some people smarter than us and better farmers than us. And, there's many names for it, but it is the golden vegetable. I'm going to go with corn.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Corn.
you bastard.
That's a good choice. Although you're not getting a whole lot of nutritional value, and you get it right back a few days later. So it's
Whoa. But it's delicious. Can we agree? Like sometimes you just got to go with what's delicious. And I love it in the corn on the cob, frozen form, canned form. Canned form has no nutritional value at all. But
It's negative nutritional
they
value, but
strip it all out.
Mexican street corn. Oh my.
Awesome.
Oh, I could eat that for a
Yes.
meal. Just give me 3 of those bad boys. We'll call it a day.
yeah, my wife makes some like it's like Mexican street corn, but it's like like the corn is cut off the cob and all that stuff mixed in together, so it's like a salad. Oh, that stuff's amazing. You can
It's
eat the whole-
funny, Mr. B, because you had mentioned on a previous episode about the almonds. We were talking about almond snacks.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
Mexican street corn. I finally tried it, and you were right. That has a very interesting flavor where you're like,
Do I like it? Do I not like it?
exactly. Like I couldn't even tell. The only corn that I don't like, and this is a testament to how good corn is, because it's, again, you can just use it for everything.
Cornbread.
Canned creamed corn.
Oh yeah, dude, don't eat that.
When I was a kid, I liked it, but once you get to 15, you're like, what is this crap?
What is this? It just has such a weird flavor and aftertaste. But
Yeah.
outside of that, dude, corn is again, you're not getting a whole lot of nutritional value out of it, but a little bit of fiber, I guess. But
what about those little corns that are in Chinese food, like with Tom Hanks is eating the little one and big,
mini corn on the cob?
Which technically that is the official way to eat those.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But that's not really corn, is it?
It's technically, it looks like corn.
Our vegetableologist, he is off today, so I don't know. But
he took a break.
Let's just call him mini corn cobs.
He's been eating so many veggies these past few weeks, trying to get ready for the draft. He out-veggied himself.
The research team is the healthiest they've ever been.
Ever.
I mean, they look tip-top. Now, next week, who knows, it'll probably be a train wreck. But right now, tip-top.
And I was looking at the medical submissions from them, and it's gone way down already.
Yeah.
So,
hence, vegetables are good. The research team, bad.
and Tommy, his skin's clearing up too. It's amazing. I didn't want to tell you this, guys, but our secret weapon here over at Eggplants Up, because we had the added resources from Mr. Kraft and Mr. Z, we totally ignored the research team and we hired our own team of veg heads.
That sounds about right.
You would.
Yep.
A whole army of veg heads.
Yeah, the research team was way less stressed because Big Nick wasn't barking orders at them. And
seriously, I was wondering why they seem so stress-free. I thought it was the vegetables that were helping them.
Big Nick gets real Hollywood on everybody real fast.
I provide a very delightful workplace environment for all.
All right.
Give me some coffee.
Yeah. Corn was a quality pick. Big Nick, I would have picked corn as my pick next. So you did a quality choice there. All right. Moving on to the 5th pick overall in middle of the 2nd round. The Green Bean Brawlers are going to pick green beans.
Yep. I knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Quality choice.
Hey, and green beans, just like you said, I can eat them fresh. Actually, sometimes I prefer canned green beans.
I like the soft texture of the canned green beans.
Something about if I'm really bored, be like, I'll just take a can of green beans, heat those up, salt and pepper. I'll just eat a whole can of green beans.
Dude, that's a beautiful thing. Your body loves it.
And then you go to obviously some of the nicer restaurants, they'll do up those green beans super nice with some fancy stuff on them, and they're just delicious.
Minced garlic and some pepper and salt.
Oh yeah, I had one. Simple. They had some almost like lemonish something on it. I don't know what, but it was awesome. So
that sounds good. I throw them in my stir fry now.
Buddy,
a beautiful stir fry mix too. Dude, I love green beans, man. I knew with that team name it wasn't going to make it back to me. But that's a very, very quality choice. I had a round 1 grade on green beans personally, so I highly approve.
So hey, we got him a steal in the 2nd round. Green beans. All right.
That's right.
Marcus, the final pick in the 2nd round and the 6th overall pick. You are up.
Man, pressure's on here, boys. Mm-hmm. All right. So for me, I've still got a 1st round grade on the board, and I've got a high 2nd round grade. So I'm feeling pretty good about what I've got available here. So I'm going to go with the first pick that was in the 1st round for me, and that is going to be bell peppers. Love me some bell peppers. I can eat them raw. I can eat them cooked with stuff. You can make a ton of different dishes with it. They're way more versatile than people know. Super good for you. You cannot go wrong with bell peppers.
So question is, do you have a preferred color?
I like green the best, but I like all the colors. I'm very inclusive with my bell pepper selection. I can do so. The red obviously has its own flavor and is delicious. The problem with the red is you can't let them sit. They won't last quite as long as the green ones will. They wilt a little quicker. So if you're going to buy the red ones, maybe it's not by much, but it's a couple days, they start to get a little softer. I don't like soft peppers. Like when they start to go soft, or you start to get little wrinkles,
a little crunch to it.
Nah, you better get those in there. But I love them on Mr. B's favorite dish, salads. Chop them up, put them on some salads.
Said no one ever.
Yellow's good. Orange is good. I even like the little sweet peppers. There's all kinds of pepper, but the bell peppers are where it's at, man. Delicious.
So there's a local farmer's marketplace here, and they had purple bell peppers.
Really?
Yeah.
I would try it.
Yeah, but I prefer the red, but again, they're all good. So
yeah, I would definitely try it. It's interesting because I've heard of some people that actually have reactions to certain colors in a negative way. Like,
Okay.
like green, for example, somebody in my family causes stomach issues, which is a really odd kind of thing. I don't know.
But red doesn't?
Red doesn't, and yellow doesn't. And, right? So it's kind of odd. I don't know exactly what's going on there. I think the research team were too busy eating vegetables. They mailed it in on this question I tried to get from them, but I have heard that some of the different colors is actually the same pepper, but based on when they pick it. But
okay.
I don't know how true that is. So
I
maybe
believe
the listeners
that's
out
true
there,
for maybe not the bell pepper family specifically, but other like those sweet peppers,
Other
the
peppers.
little,
The
ones.
little sweeter.
I think a
ones.
lot of that has to do when you do pick them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little tip, those sweet ones, grill those bad boys with a little olive oil.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good by themselves.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, even my kids, I'll just chop raw peppers and they will like demolish it like it's freaking ice cream, dude. I've never seen anything like it. Like we'll go through like a bag of Costco peppers, like they're eating French fries.
Hey, look at the Marcus household. They're eating like healthy champions.
Dude, I'm going to throw out a little recipe tip here for all the big kid listeners. Get ready, because this is one that not all that many people are familiar with.
First off, you put some cilantro in there.
Put some cilantro in it, and then rinse it out and throw all that cilantro straight in the trash can. That's the first step of the recipe. And then set your trash can on fire. So if you take some ground beef, whatever you're into, sirloin, 80-20, whatever you want to do, brown some ground beef, drain it out, make some rice. You could do some brown rice. You could do some white rice, whatever you're into. Get your favorite tomato sauce, mix those three things together, hamburger, rice, and the tomato sauce. Chop the top off the pepper, stuff all that into the pepper, sprinkle some mozzarella cheese over the top of the pepper, throw that guy in the oven on a pan with a little thin layer of water on the bottom of the pan. Booyaka sha. Deliciousness. Stuffed peppers are the bomb.
Yeah, there's a bunch of awesome stuffed pepper recipes. I like that one, buddy.
Yep, absolutely.
Bell
Real
peppers.
quick before we move on, Mark, what was your name for ketchup?
Oh, Shazbot.
Shazbot. Okay.
Shazbot.
The noise you just made a few seconds ago reminded me.
Sounded like Shazbot.
It sounded a little bit like Shazbot. Yeah.
Well, and speaking of interesting things, boys, so this is a little awkward. I didn't really want to. Yeah, this is going to get a little weird here for a second.
Let's hear it.
So the owner, the craft of my team, walked in and has informed me as the GM that he's been petitioned to change the team name. It's not something I really wanted to do on my second pick to have to already go away from the Crazy Carrots because I love the Crazy Carrots, but he insisted. So
you're like the Washington Commanders. You're just going to change your name.
We're going to call ourselves the vegetable team. So that's no. So the new names, it's still carrots. I guess I don't know where this came from. Anyway, Mr. B, if you want to mark this down for the record, the new team name now is the Carrot T Kids.
The Carrot
T Kids. Carrot T Kids.
And the judges say we're not allowing it.
Been rejected, Don. All right, I just told him. He'll be fine. All right, let's move on to the next pick. So the next pick, boys, we're going to go with, oh, you're fine. He's all right. He's going to cry in his soup for a little bit. So with the next pick, boys, I'm going to actually take the other cousin of Mr. B's choice, and I'm going to pull in the sweet potatoes.
Nice pick.
The sweet potatoes are going to come in as my second pick. I need some starch, right? I need a little something that's going to fill me up. Hopefully I've got a little bit of cinnamon butter to slap in that sweet potato because that's all you really need with the sweet potato. Even just regular butter is honestly fine. But if you got a little cinnamon, beautiful, right? You don't even need the sugar. That's fine if you want to put cinnamon sugar in the butter, but a little cinnamon, a little butter, you're living the dream. So I don't even need versatility with that.
Hey, and also go back. You could make yourself some sweet potato fries. Those are delicious.
So good. So good.
And sweet potato also good for you. Quite good for you.
Not only good tasting, it's good for you. So let me ask you boys this. So sweet potato fries, what is your dip of choice for sweet potato fries? Is it a standard ketchup like it would be with a French fry? or do you have an out of the box selection? Because I've got it out of the box, but I'm kind of curious for you boys first.
Do I have to pick a dip? Because usually when I have the sweet potato fries, I go plain.
That's true. They're that good.
But if I have to pick, I'll go ketchup to honor our first pick, the tomato.
There was a place that we would go to that had an Alabama white barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
And that was surprisingly really good with sweet potato fries.
Was it like horseradishy a little bit?
No, I don't even know what, like most people probably like, I don't know. It's just, it's called an Alabama white barbecue sauce, but
yeah,
for whatever reason, that was tip top.
Interesting. So Mission Barbecue has an Alabama white, but it's kind of got like a horseradishy kind of.
This one didn't. It wasn't horseradish, more like a creamy or something. But
gotcha. Well, let me blow your boys' minds. If you want to live the dream, it's not the healthiest addition to it, but get yourself a jar of good, like go to a farmer's market type place and get this. Get some apple butter. Apple butter. Dip those sweet potatoes in apple butter. Get ready to live.
And now you're eating a fruit and a vegetable. Boom.
Dude, my grandparents used to love apple butter. And the first time I dipped, it's almost like an apple sweet potato pie kind of. Oh, dude, it's just so good. It has that cinnamon kind of flavor to it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So pro tip for all the big kids out there, sweet potato fries, apple butter.
Love that pro tip. Excellent pick. Sweet potato starting off the third round. All right, we're going to move into the middle of the third. Oh, Big Nick's got something.
He's coming in hot.
Don't you dare, Mr. B. Don't you dare take my pick, all right?
It's my pick, buddy.
I understand that it's your pick. I'm warning you.
He's going to start throwing potatoes.
I can't guarantee that.
Mr. Z has informed me that I need to talk to Mr. B. Do not take our pick.
Hey, I don't respond to threats. I equalize them.
Mr. Kraft has made people disappear. He has made people disappear. All right. For the whatever was this, the 8th pick of the draft, middle of the third round, the green bean brawler is going to go with broccoli. Yes. All right.
That was my next choice on the board. Yeah. That was a good pick.
Big Nick, be excited. Whatever you're going to pick, kale or something, but broccoli, it's become a staple of my diet. As a kid, hated broccoli. Did not like broccoli at all. And actually, so I actually now eat more frozen broccoli than I actually do fresh broccoli.
Isn't there a certain brand and bag that you are like?
There's one that does it's like a Tuscan flavored broccoli. And I think one time we came to your house, I was like, hey, I brought 5 bags of broccoli.
You did, and it was freaking delicious, man.
So like when my lunches at work, I'll just eat a bag of that broccoli with my whatever meal. But I pretty much now do broccoli pretty consistently because it's easy to heat up and it's got some health benefits. Usually it stinks up the kitchen area at work.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you're the guy that's stinking up the break room.
And I'm like, say something to me, Susie.
I'm going to throw this at you.
Yeah. But I mean, again, even like
PM rolls around, he's got the broccoli farts.
Well, what's weird is on my long days, I actually end up eating like 3 meals, so I'll heat up broccoli twice.
Right. It's like nobody bothers me after 2 p.m.
Yeah, I love some frozen broccoli. I'll eat the fresh broccoli. The frozen broccoli actually has more nutrients because it's frozen right after it's picked, so it's usually a little bit healthier. Not everyone knows that.
Pro tip there.
Yeah, little pro tip. But the Tuscan, I think it's Green Giant makes it.
Green Giant.
There's also another one that makes like a ranch flavored broccoli. That's not as good, but whatever.
Yeah.
So broccoli off the board.
That was my next pick, Mr. B. That's a good choice.
Hey, you're a smart man.
Absolutely.
All right, Big Nick and Eggplants up. You are up for the 9th overall pick, and then you also have a follow up for the 4th round start off.
So I have to, I have to ask you this before we move any further into this draft here, Mr. B. So
the answer is I plead the 5th.
Are you Andrew Bernard's friend, Broccoli Rob? Is that who you have been this whole time?
First off, I thought we were never going to talk about that. I'm in witness protection, but now you've outed me.
Speaking of witness protection, I warned you, and you made the right move. You made the right move by not choosing our pick because remember, Mr. Kraft has made people disappear. what the hell do you think happened to Chef Boyardee all those years ago, right? They've never been able to locate the body. Never
Mr.
been able to
Boyardee.
locate the body.
Well, so now I got to hear this pick because you clearly thought I was going to pick this, so I got to hear this pick.
Yeah, this is going to be juicy.
For the third round, Eggplants Up will choose cucumber.
Cucumber. That
Not
was
even-
not on my board.
Not even on my board. So you reached.
come on, boy.
You reached.
Again, the versatility, right? Okay, so here at Eggplants Up, we are big fans of the pickle, which I don't know if you guys know, comes from the cucumber, right?
Well played,
and
sir.
After today, at the end of the day today, Eggplants Up, Team Eggplants Up, we will celebrate our victory in this year's draft with picklebacks. So that would not be possible without the brine made to make the cucumbers magically turn into the beautiful pickle. And therefore, presto changeo, we get the cucumber and the pickle. So joke's on you guys.
And Big Nick loves putting some cucumber slices on his eyes just for a nice little healthy refreshment treat when he's wanting to feel good about himself.
Quite a few times I've walked in the office and caught him with the cucumber eyes.
And he's like, no, I'm eating these.
No, they fell out of my mouth onto my eyes.
Are those cucumbers in your eyes, or are you just happy to see me?
Both.
I will admit I am not a pickled guy, really, of any sort. And
we forgive you.
For some reason, like, maybe this sounds crazy to you guys. You can tell me how you feel. I feel like the cucumber kind of falls into like the melon type family when it comes to
You've said this
flavor.
before. Nobody agrees
said that
with
about Melanie.
Yeah, you're like watermelon and cucumber is the same thing. We're like, no, it's not.
I can't get down with it. So, Big Nick,
That's
you
fine.
can have all of the cucumbers, sir.
I will take
all
your
the
cucumbers.
We're going to have Mark's taste buds tested.
Next time we get a salad, I will give you the cucumbers off of my salad, and Mr. B will give you his entire salad. So.
Yeah, you can have 2 salads and extra cucumbers.
You can have my sweet potatoes in trade.
There we go.
I'm a
excellent pick with cucumber. Man. Yes, those are delicious. And bonus, they become pickles. All right, let's kick off the 4th round, the number 10th overall picked. Big Nick, no pressure. Eggplants Up, you're on the clock.
Well, I'm in a bit of a tough spot here because
you're in a pickle.
I'm in a bit of a pickle. That's correct. I have something that I really want to make sure is on our team. However, knowing you guys as well as I think that I do not anticipate. Well, you're both going to have 2 picks.
Is it time to reach for that 3-star recruit that could end up being Tom Brady?
It's gonna get juicy.
Well, okay, so yes, now that I figured it, reminded myself that you're going to have 2 picks each, I think I have to shoot my shot here. You just take your guy, right? Eggplants Up, conferring quickly with the veg heads. We're all in agreement. We will draft onion.
Yes.
Onion.
And we knew Mark wasn't going to pick that one.
We knew Mark wouldn't.
I burned the board that the onion was on. So, yeah, it's not.
I had a high grade on onion. Onion would not have came back to you in the last pick, buddy.
Yeah. So the thing is, I cook with it all of the time. And if I'm getting a good sandwich, hamburger, even a good salad, like a little red onion in there as well. So yeah, cooking with onions constantly, and you got to take it. I couldn't pass it up.
No, and I'm with you too. Like, I'm with Mark. I don't prefer raw onions, but I will cook with onions on all kinds of stuff, especially like sauteed onions or whatever. Just onions gives an awesome flavor, and onions may be the most versatile because you could put onions in almost anything.
Hang on,
except for.
Go ahead. I hate to cut in here, but this is an emergency. Okay.
We got.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news. This is just in. Mr. Kraft has handed me a note, and the veg heads have confirmed this. I've handed it off to the research teams who have double, triple checked this information to make sure that it is accurate. And this is a statement that is released from Mr. Kraft. And here we go. Hector Boyardee, born 1897. Passed away, sadly, June 21st, 1985, of natural causes. He was known to millions as Chef Boyardee, and he began his career as a local restaurateur. My apologies, everyone. We apologize to Mr. Kraft, and also our thoughts and prayers go out to Chef Boyardee and his family.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Excellent pick with onions. And, hey, love the breaking news insert. We got to get that stuff. We got to keep people up to date on news that happened in 1984.
That's right.
1985. Show a little respect. Show a little
That's right. It was breaking news, not just news.
The breaking news. All right. As we move on, middle of the fourth round, Mr. B and the Green Bean Brawlers, we are going to go with zucchini.
Ooh, you can have it.
That's good. No, zucchini underrated.
So, Marcus, first off, I'm going to make you some zucchini just to show you.
Zucchini's not bad.
You take the zucchini, cut it up in slices, thin slices.
Yeah.
Put it in the skillet. Put a little garlic. Then saute that up, a little bit of olive oil. And then what you do is when it starts to like brown a little bit crisp, pull it out. Put some Parmesan cheese, and then you grate some lemon on it.
Yep.
Okay. Boom. Your mind is blown.
I think you got me there. Garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper. I'm a simple man when it comes to veggies like that.
Can I give you another one?
Yes.
Mind blown here. This is a little remedy that I use for myself because Big Nick, as discussed on this show many a time, Big Nick could eat pizza for lunch and dinner every day for the rest of his life.
Same.
And then I would be, you ever seen King Kong Bundy? That's what I would look like after about 3 years of that diet. So here's the deal. When it's grilling season, which at my household is year round, but primarily in the summertime, because I want the zucchinis to be fresh, I cut those babies up, right? Little olive oil, salt and pepper, just like in garlic, just like Mr. B said. Put those in my pan that I'm going to stick right on the grill. Get those guys just a little soft. And that's when you add a little corn. You could go frozen if you want it to be a little better for you, frozen corn. And then you put just a little bit. And then you add diced tomatoes. I like to get some fresh ones, dice them up, put them in there, and Parmesan cheese. Cook that all up together. I'm telling you, if you close your eyes, it tastes like a veggie pizza.
I can imagine that. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Zucchini. It's, maybe not as versatile, but quite delicious.
Several people that I know that do not like or did not like zucchini, I've introduced them to that dish. They will eat it in that form.
See, I think as a kid, since I didn't like cucumber, I always associated zucchini with it because if you just see them, they look very similar, right?
And I was the same way until I was introduced to different ways of cooking them. So
for sure, yeah,
I can see the kind of mind thing of it's an elongated green thing. I don't want to eat that.
Yeah, if you have a green skin, Mark does not like the watermelon, cucumber, zucchini, all guilty by association.
Mark is as racist to aliens.
The green ones.
Get those green guys out of here.
Yeah, the green ones. Excuse me.
Yes.
The silver ones.
The gray ones are fine.
Grays are cool.
I like the gray ones.
They're cool. All right. That was zucchini for Mr. B's pick in the middle of the fourth round. Mark, let's round up the fourth round. And you also are starting off the fifth round. We're getting to the end of the draft here. You are on the clock.
So these are my last two picks, boys.
Correct.
This is tough because I got three of them here that I'm actually, I got four of them I'm staring at. Maybe even five. I thought this would be tougher than it is. I'm very happy with my first three choices: carrots, bell peppers, sweet potatoes. Feeling great about that. I know one of these, Mr. B, will not touch with a 5-foot pole, so I probably could pick him up as an undrafted free agent unless
I know what that one is.
Big Nick swoops in. What that one is. So this gets a little tricky, but let's just roll with this. So I am going to go with, for the first of my two picks, I'm going to go with romaine lettuce Let's get ourselves some romaine, get ourselves a nice salad going. Like I said, Mr. B wouldn't touch it. Probably could have picked him up off the street as an undrafted free agent, but that's all right.
I might have went lettuce.
I got some nice romaine to go with my bell peppers and carrots. I can have my salad. Feeling pretty good about it. Some sweet potato fries on the side. That's a nice little meal.
So with comparison to like iceberg lettuce, not a
iceberg
fan.
Just doesn't have any
taste.
nutritional value at all.
Well, and that's what I mean. I've of course had both, and I thought that way too. That one I think has some
and
there's
honestly,
something to romaine lettuce.
It's tough when you pick lettuce because lettuce. I probably could just say lettuce. We probably could group them all together.
That's what I assume we're doing here, actually.
Yeah,
okay. Then
you have all the lettuces, including like Boston lettuce and all that other stuff.
Because I like lettuce.
I like green leaf lettuce. I like red leaf lettuce. I like all of the lettuce. Lettuce wraps are delicious. You can make some lettuce wraps. Those are good stuff. Will you eat those, Mr. B? I know you're not a salad guy.
Lettuce wraps. I had those.
I will eat they're not my top choice, but like at PF Chang's, they have those lettuce wraps.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll eat those.
I'll drop this for you boys. I don't know if you've seen this. My last trip to Kroger, PF Chang's now sells the sauce to make your own homemade lettuce
Interesting.
wraps. So all you have to do is just buy the ingredients. And then
my brother, the brothers Drew, he makes a mean one homemade that it probably could be equal to, if not better than PF Chang's. So
very nice. Yeah, I'm not a big mushroom guy, but you can't really taste them in the PF Chang one. I mean, unless you knew they were in there. So the PF Chang makes a really good.
And also romaine coming from Rebecca Romaine Stamos. That's where that came from. I don't know if you guys knew that.
She's just Rebecca Romaine now. No Stamos.
Yeah. She got
all the more exciting.
Yeah, she got unstamos.
Unstamos. I don't know if you can be unstamos. I
didn't know about the unstamosing. Yeah, that's
I think you're hanging out with Rebecca and you're like, man, she's still got that Stamos stank all over.
For life. Stamos for life.
All right, romaine lettuce, quality pick. Mark, we're going to start off the fifth and final round. Your last pick of the first ever vegetable draft.
This is tough, boys. I'm just going to talk out loud, and I can mention a few here since this is my last pick. So I've got it down to a few here, and I'll name the three. I've got it down to cauliflower, which is super versatile. Although I am not as big of a fan of like the alternate use cauliflower with pizza.
It's okay. It's okay.
As rice. I just like some plain cauliflower with, again, salt, pepper. Give me some garlic, olive oil. I dig some asparagus. And the last one that I'm leaning the most toward is a little bit of spinach, a little Popeye spinach. I think I'm going to go with spinach, boys. And I think the reason for that is twofold. One, it's good for you. B, I don't eat spinach a ton of ways, but the best way that you can have spinach is put that in a smoothie and you don't even know the spinach is there and your gut is super happy.
All kinds of quality ingredients and healthy goodness in spinach, buddy.
Super good. So I'm going to roll spinach, boys. I'm bringing the lettuce and the spinach home with the last two picks here. We're getting leafy green.
And also, why have we never talked about that? Why is it not pronounced spinach?
Spinachy.
Agreed.
I mean, that's a question for deeper minds than ours, but just spinach.
Spinachy.
What do you do there?
Spinach.
Kind of fun to say.
And Marcus, of the leafy greens, spinach is usually my choice.
Yeah.
I think it has the best flavor and tastes good, and so we'll put that in stuff, and I'll eat that. But
good in pasta. You can
I probably would have snagged spinach if you wouldn't have picked it. So quality pick, buddy.
Nice. That's what I got, boys.
All right. Well, let's move on to Mr. B's final pick and the next to last pick of the vegetable draft. I'm going to go with one that I put on almost everything now. Again, is it a vegetable? To me, yes. I'm going to go with the jalapeno.
Oh, jalapeno. I like
I'm super into jalapenos lately. I don't know what happened to my taste buds, but I kind of just want to put jalapenos on. I want to put jalapenos in my eggs. I want to put them in hash browns. I want to put them all over the place.
It's hard to argue with that. Just don't put them in your eyeballs.
I had a burger last Friday. I had jalapenos on my burger.
Do you only eat the pickled ones, or do you eat the fresh cut?
Either or.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some like pickled ones that are like spicy and sweet. Those are awesome on everything. But even the burger I had, they just kind of grilled up the jalapenos and put it on top of my burger. I was like, yes.
You know what else is really good on a burger? I'm going to side chain here for 2 seconds.
Yeah, it sounds like you are.
Yeah, I'm about to. You get the jalapeno on your burger, but also get some green pepper. If you go to Five Guys, you can get both of those and some bacon. You're going to be living the dream. And also Five Guys from our soda episode has Mellow Yellow.
Yes.
Get your Mellow Yellow fix.
Mark knows it's there, and I think he filled up like 15 liters of cola and took them with him, and I'm hoping to get one of those.
Yep.
So jalapeno is my final pick. I like spicy stuff anyways. I love the jalapeno too because like you've had a jalapeno that's been spicy as hell, and then you've had another jalapeno that's been tame. You never know what you're going to get.
You used to get them on the nachos at the stadium with your nachos.
Oh, those are awesome.
Oh, dude. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So jalapeno wraps up my team. Big Nick and eggplants up for the Mr. Irrelevant last pick in the first ever Big Kids Vegetable Draft. You're on the clock.
I'll tell you what, we are really excited about our teams. I just looked over at Mr. Kraft, Mr. Z, and myself. I can say that we are all eggplants up at this time with our picks and our team.
The table's lifting up.
Yeah, we can tell. We can tell.
Very
Come on, man.
excited over here. Eggplants up. Very excited.
Turn the AC up and then.
It's going to be one hell of an evening. I can tell you that. One hell of an evening. Eventful. And also, God rest Chef Boyardee's soul.
Yeah.
Hector Boyardee. Sorry.
Hector Boyardee.
So the eggplants up here, we are impressed and respect our adversaries. We believe that the brawlers as well as the crazies did a good job here today with their drafts. We do feel superior as usual. Superior.
It is a complex.
With our fifth and final pick, we're going to go with peas. We're going to take the peas. That gives us the pea pod and the peas that are inside the pod. So big fans of pods over here. And
but peas are legumes. They're not. They're not vegetables.
Take it up with Mr. Z. Take it up.
The problem
with
I had with
Jay-Z.
I always have with peas is the difficulty of eating the peas. Like you're like cool,
right off your fork.
Chasing them on your plate.
Yeah, like you almost like, all right, I need a large spoon to eat these peas.
Yeah.
So that's the only downside I have on peas is like hey, how do I get the peas from plate to mouth?
So I think they're well. I don't know. You're beyond hope at this point, Mr. B. But,
please help me.
Here's the thing. I think they're a little underrated. You can put them in dips. You can put them sneak them into salads. You can put them in a lot of different ways. Do a lot of good things with them. I'm really surprised that my friend, the carrot team, didn't want to pair up peas and carrots.
I thought about
as Forrest Gump would say.
Exactly. And I do know that my friend Mark, my dear friend Mark, is when I think of stir fry, I think of Mark. And who can't? Stir fry is fantastic. Pea pods are fantastic in some stir fry.
They are. And let's be honest, boys. If I wasn't Sweetwater Mark, I'd probably be stir fry Mark. So
yeah, that's his backup alias when he goes to Mexico
4 to 5 times a week. But I'm not a big peas on its own guy, which fair. I think is why I didn't pick them. But you're right, versatility wise. I mean, you can throw those things in anything.
So I was very lucky to have a meal with a woman that has a lot of Italian ancestry or heritage, and so the way that she made her lasagna is she actually put peas in it.
Ooh, I've seen it with spinach. I've seen it with spinach,
but I've never. And this was the first time I had it. So at first I was like, "Why is there peas in there?" And they're like, "Oh, this is how my family's made it for hundreds of years," and it was delicious. And I think it's also a way like when you think of like making meals, like how do we get vegetables into this meal? Well, peas right there. Boom.
How do you get some nutrition in there?
Yeah.
There you go.
So put them in your lasagna if you want to get a little old school.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That's right.
All right, boys. Let's recap this amazing draft. So Mark And the crazy carrots, we got carrots, bell peppers, sweet potato, preferably romaine lettuce, but he has all the lettuces.
All the lettuces.
And spinach or spinach.
Spinach.
Mr. B and the green bean brawlers, we have potato, green beans, broccoli, zucchini, and jalapeno. And Big Nick and the eggplants up. He's got tomato, corn, cucumber, onion, peas. Last thought, boys, before we lock down this draft.
I think we all actually did pretty good. I was a little concerned about this. I thought there would be some hand fighting over a few of the key vegetables, but I feel like we did a pretty good job of doling those out. Outside of, Big Nick, no offense, the onions and cucumbers aren't the top of my choice, but you made up with it with your other 3 selections, which were super quality. So nicely done, boys. I think there's a lot of parity in this league.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it even, keep it clean.
That's right.
All right. Hey, even on the Big Kid Show, we keep it healthy. So here you go, our little tip: eat healthy every once in a while. It's good for you.
And tell your friend, eat some vegetables, and listen to the Big Kid Show if you haven't already.
Exactly. Hey, we're all just big kids here hanging out. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys next week. We are Big Kid Show.
I love my vegetables, they're so edible. Eating my vegetables, feeling incredible. Yeah. Eat all your vegetables, that's what you better do. Eating your vegetables can make a better you. I like my corn on the cob, yeah. I like my celery chop, yeah. Carrots are good for your eyes, ayy. Green beans are good for a side, yeah. Lettuce all up in my salad. Cucumbers help bring the balance. I like my spinach and pallets. Broccoli and cauliflower, I eat them the same way. Tomatoes and avocados, all on the same plate. I love my peas, they here to stay. Eating collard greens every holiday.